Okay, everyone, welcome to today's lesson. And I believe this actually might be one of the last lessons we'll be talking about 6/8 time signature in. So this is the last concept I want you to know and understand in 6/8. Today we're going to be talking about dotted eighth notes in 6/8 time signature. Something very important to understand. So before we start, it's important to understand that a dotted eighth note, or a dotted eighth rest, is still worth an eighth note plus a 16th note, or an eighth rest plus a 16th rest, no matter what time signature you're in. That rule applies in 6/8, in 4/4, in cut time, in 9/8, whatever the case may be. That rule applies. Just like how any dotted note is still worth the same rhythmic value in any time signature you're in. The counting may be different. In fact, it will be from time signature to time signature, but how it's related to all the other notes around it is still the same. Alright, so here we have our first example. There's no dotted rhythms yet. This is just a standard 6/8 measure using eighth notes and 16th notes, and it goes like this. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Ta, 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 ta. Well, what if we wanted to change this first eighth note into a dotted eighth note, right? That would mean that this eighth note and this 16th note would become one note in that dotted eighth note. Because just like we were saying in the last slide, an eighth note plus a 16th note is a dotted eighth note. So that's why we can do that. So let's change that. Okay, so that 16th note goes away. And now our counting is this. Ready, go. 1 and 3, 4, 5, 6. Ta, 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 ta. I want you to notice how this note is still a 16th note, and that's signified by the two beams it has still above it. Notice how that second beam isn't connected to anything, but since it's still there, this is 1/16th note. I want you to think of getting to this rhythm a second way, and let me show you that right now. So what if we started our original rhythm with this? 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. So all four of those 16th notes being in a row. And what if we wanted to change these first three 16th notes into a dotted eighth note? And again, we can do that because you can also think of a dotted eighth note equaling 3 16th notes. So by changing those 3 16th notes into one dotted eighth note, you can also get to this rhythm above here. Okay, so just another way to kind of think about how this dotted eighth note works. One last way I'd like to show you is showing the same rhythm just using a tie. Okay, so I'm showing you our original rhythm with the first half being 1, 2, and 3. But we can also get to the above rhythm by changing the below rhythm with a tie. So if we just tie beat 1 to beat 2, or the beginning of beat 2, that is the same thing as using the dotted eighth note above. So both of these examples would sound like this. Ready, set, go. Ta, 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 ta. So they sound the same. And by the way, what I just did was I performed these examples in a slow 6/8 tempo, or speed. If you remember from that lesson way back when, you can also perform 6/8 rhythms in a fast tempo. And when you do that, you kind of think of the beat not as an eighth note anymore, but as a dotted quarter note. So what I'd like to show you now is how these rhythms will sound in a fast 6/8 tempo. And also keep in mind and listen to how the dotted eighth and 16th note combination sounds faster in this faster tempo. So there's our beat, and what the metronome is showing you now is not eighth notes again, but dotted quarter notes. Okay, these guys. That's the beat now. All right, so here we go. Ready, go. Ta 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 ta. So that's what this rhythm sounds like faster. Alright, so next I'd like to show you pretty much the only other place you can put a dotted eighth note into 6/8. So this time I want to change this eighth note into a dotted eighth note. Okay, so there we go. That first 16th note that was on the downbeat of 3 is gone. It was absorbed into the eighth note to become a dotted eighth note. So that means that we can get rid of that 3 in the counting as well. And here we go. What does this sound like? 2, 3, ready, set, go. 1, 2, and 4, 5, 6. Ta, 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 ta. And just like in the last example, another way to think about getting to that dotted eighth note, if you started with this rhythm below here, the 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and if you change these first 3/16 notes into a dotted eighth note, that's just one other way you could get to that rhythm above. And just like the other example as well, if we started with our original rhythm that we had above, this 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then just simply added a tie from beat 2 to the beginning of beat 3, that would also be the same as the above rhythm here. This is the same thing as this. Alright, so this rhythm is going to sound like this in a slow 6/8. 2, 3, ready, set, go. Ta, 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 ta. And then if we play the same rhythm in a fast 6/8 tempo, thinking dotted quarter notes as our beats, and in this case beats 1 and beat 2, since we're going a little faster, that's going to sound like this. 2, ret, ti, go. Ta 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 ta. I'm going to do that one more time. This time I'm going to have the red dot following just the downbeats and not the actual rhythm. It might be kind of easier to follow that way. 2, ret, ti, go. Ta 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 ta. Yeah, so that 16th note followed by the next 8th note is pretty quick. Ta-ta, ta-ta. It goes back pretty quickly. Okay, guys, last slide. Just, again, like usual, taking all the things we learned and just kind of putting it in one last example. I would suggest listening back to this a few times to make sure you get how these dotted eighth notes work in various places. And so, yeah, here we go. I'm going to perform it first in a slow 6/8. 2, 3, ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 3, 4, 6. Again on ta. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. And lastly now in fast 6/8, and the red dot's just going to be following the downbeats of beats 1 and 2. Here we go. 2, ret, ti, go. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. There you have it. Another fun, exciting adventure in 6/8. Maybe the last adventure in 6/8 we'll have together. So it's been fun. It's been a blast. Hope you had a fun time as well. Search me out if you need help with this anymore. If not, good luck with the worksheet, and see you next video.